everyone, it's Raeofsunshyne here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another Fragaria memory day. Today I will be watching Today I'll be watching Blue Bouquet episode 2. Now it's split into 2 parts. I did actually check this time. So there's 2 parts to episode 2. So I'm going to be reacting to both episodes today because I definitely want to see how the whole episode goes instead of having to figure out, wait, there was another part. Okay. So let's jump into this one. I know this one's going to be interesting, especially if this episode's about I don't know if it's about the twin stars or it could be about, some of the other ones, but we shall see. So let's jump into it.
あれから君の方はどうだい？僕の方は特に変わりはないかな。例の国のことだけど、残念ながら僕らの同盟の意義がまだ理解できてないみたい。なんでだろう。みんな仲良くってそんなに難しいことなのかな。でも
Let me check just to be sure, make sure this is not, this is the right episode. This is part 1 and not the second part. I'm pretty sure it's the right part, but I am going to double check just to make sure. Okay, it's the right part. Just wanted to be sure. Okay.
仲良くなるのってタイミングがあるよね。その時が来ればきっと全部うまくいくはずだよ。泣いても笑ってももうシーズは僕たちを見逃さない。大丈夫。僕が絶対に誰も。インクがなくなっちゃった。
Sorry to interrupt, but ironically, I'm actually wearing blue today. Oh my gosh, how befitting is that? Blue bouquet, and I'm wearing blue. I guess I'm going with the theme today.
替えは確か、しまった。今朝荷物が届かなかったんだっけ。でも、じゃあその時は近いね。だったら行かなくちゃ。また彼らに会いに。
Does he mean the twins, the star twins? I hope so.
フラガリアメモリーズ。
Hey, yay, it is about them this time.
この国に来てしばらく経った。騎士見習いとして精を出してきたが、まあ一筋縄じゃいかない。特にあいつ黒見との関係は。
Hey, I don't think Kuromi's would be that tough to work for. She's a little bit mischievous and a little bit, more edgier, but I think it would be fun to work with Kuromi, in my opinion. Maybe because I'm a bias, but I would love it.
かなり手こずったな。そもそもあいつは騎士が何かなんてよく分かってなかった。俺も心配になって普通の騎士の仕事を教えたら、じゃああんたがここの騎士の仕事を決めればいいじゃんなんて言うから、結局一から制度作りもした。なのに俺は見習いなんだよな。にしても黒見は思いつきで行動するし、気まぐれそのもの。
I think because she just wants him to be like his own type of knight and develop his own types of skills from him and not try to be like all the other knights. Like, she's one that I feel like Kuromi is definitely one that's like set in her own self, where you don't need to be like anyone. You just need to like do the things the way you want to do them, and it'll carry you through.
今日なんか国中をらっきょう畑にしようって言い出して、はあって感じで小競り合いだ。でも国民みんなそんなあいつが好きみたいなんだよな。それを見る
As do I. I love Kurumi. Kuromi.
と俺も悪い気はしない。だから努力のみだ。ここで騎士として名を上げ、俺自身の足で立つために。日記更新と。お、黒身からか。パリパリらっきょうがなくなっちゃったよ。食べたいな。はあ、しょうがねえな。買いに行きますよっと。
Kurumi seems to be quite the pickle lover. I see.
今日は閉まってる店がやけに多いな。あれは。おーい、ウィルメッシュ。クロード君。
Oh gosh, here comes Wellness. I wonder what's gonna happen.
騎士様が2人揃った。なあ、聞いてくれよ。
実は今朝から外から来るはずの荷物が届かないらしくて。
じゃあらっきょうもないとか。
そうなんだよ。輸入品はからっきし。
物流ルートに何
I almost forgot about little background or Randall. Like, the way he talks is just different. I'll just say that.
があったのかも。シーズも増えているし。
だとしたらこの国の外を調べないとな。
こんな時騎士の稽古をつけてもらっていればな。
Yeah, I don't know about that, Randall. You're not. I don't think he has the workings or the. I don't want to say capability. I feel like he's just not the type that I see as a knight. No offense to Randall, but Randall needs to stay what Randall is doing.
君たち国民を危険にさらせないよ。
でもよ、俺っちたちに力があれば自分でもなんかできるだろ。もういっそクロードでもいいよ。今度稽古をつけてくれよ。
いっそって。まあ気持ちはわかるな。
ダメ、クロード君。とにかく今は荷物が届かない原因を調べるのが先決。状況を整理しようか。一度城に戻ろう。
俺っちもなんか役に立ちてえな。
I mean, yeah, I get it. And he wants to be more helpful around there, but he can, like, he can still do his part by, like, helping them and figure out, like, different things and, like, relaying it on. But, like, I don't know, Randall. I don't know.
おう。
この地図を見て。
これは青の大陸の地図か。こう見ると黒身王国は小さいな。
まず今ペンで囲んだこの中心がシナモロール王国。この大陸はすでに多くの国がシナモロール王国と同盟を結んでる。
確かミュンナの国も同盟に入ってたっけ。
そう。そしてもう一枚の地図を見て。これはヒートマップ。シーズの発生率が高い場所。
うわ、同盟を結んでない場所が真っ赤じゃん。同盟とシーズ何か関係があるのか。
でもシーズの拡散を防いでいるのは事実みたいだね。
As I said before, when they work together, it becomes a little bit easier to, take down the seeds. I wasn't going to say anything, but Meryl, you got to get with the program and we got to work together. hopefully in the next episode that he's in that I watch, he can kind of start understanding that like, you know, you got to be a little bit more, you know, more collaborative, shall I say.
道理で黒身王国の周辺が一番ひどいわけだ。むしろこれでよく今まで物流が通ってたな。
それは多分この国を経由した物流ルートを取っていたからだと思う。
リトルツインスターズ王国？なんだ、ここも同盟を結んでいない国だろ。なのに赤くない。どうしてだ？
キキ様とララ様が治める双子星の国。ここの騎士は先生術と強大な魔法を使えるそうだ。強力な結界でシーズを抑制しているらしい。
つまりそのおかげで物流が滞りなく行われていたわけか。黒身は同盟を嫌がってるけど調べる価値があるかもな。
I definitely think that, yeah, like having an alliance with the Star Twins would definitely help in the case, because yeah, especially since they can make a barrier and they can also, like, between Kuromi and their kingdom, they can do more trading, and so they won't run out so quickly. I think that Kuromi would be like more hip to that once she like really realizes what the issue is. Not what the issue is, but how helpful they can be.
誰だ？なんだミュンナか。どうした、そんなに慌てて。
クロードさん、ウィルメッシュさん、大変なんです。コギュミン王国にとって大切なベーキングパウダーが手に入らなくなっちゃったんです。
ベーキング
Their kingdom relied on baking powder or something. Just like with Kuromi's, they can't get any pickles in, and I guess they're having a problem with their baking powder. I don't know why I feel like that's so random, but hey, I get it.
パウダー？
ふくらしこだよ。
それがないと小麦が膨らむ料理が作れなくて。
Our dough can't get fluffy and puffy without it.
みんなしょんぼりなんです。
もしかしてそのベーキングパウダーっていうのはリトルツインスターズ王国ルートで輸入していたか？
はい、そうなんです。
やっぱり
それでリトルツインスターズ王国に問い合わせたら、キキ様とララ様の騎士が鎖国を始めちゃったそうなんです。
鎖国？
I wonder why they decided to close off the border. It's like, is it getting too much that everybody wants to come there to do trade, or because they don't want like things to start happening to their kingdom if like the barrier doesn't like hold or something, because there's too many people trying to go there to help out their own kingdom. I don't know, it could be the case.
なんでそんな？
越見もすべて停止してしまっていて、だからお二人に助けを求めに来たんです。
荷物が届かなかったのはそのせいか。
実はうちの国も荷物が届かなくてらっきょう不足なんだ。これじゃ黒身王国らっきょう畑化計画が本当に始まっちまう。
よくわからないけど一緒に解決しましょう。鎖国を解いてもらうようにお願いして、らっきょうとベーキングパウダーの供給を守るんです。
そうだな。でもそもそもどうやって鎖国しちまった国に入る？
それなら俺に考えがある。でも
What kind of answer do you got, Wilmish? We're about to find out, I guess.
その代わり二人とも少しだけおしゃべりを我慢していい？
え？
I wonder why they have to be quiet. Maybe he thinks better when it's quiet, or maybe it's just a part of his plan. Oh no.
天外にきらめく星々よ、我らがロード、我らが王国の願いよ。
ルタ、あまり無理をしないで。
クラ、大丈夫だよ。それより順調に進んでいる。
I wonder why he's sick. Is it because like they're using too much of their magic and stuff like that to hold the barrier, or is it something else? I'm not sure, but it kind of seems like they're drawing too much of their, putting too much of their energy to hold the barrier, and I think that's probably maybe another reason why they didn't want to keep letting people into the kingdom, because like the more people they let in, they would have to like, you know, keep the barrier up and make it stronger, and just it's a lot.
もうすぐこの国は危険から完全に切り離される。
よかった。キキ様とララ様のこの国に絶対何かあってはいけないから。変化の兆しが急接近している。この国を守らないと。
僕はキキ様にもララ様にも国民にも誰にも傷ついてほしくない。
うん。俺も一緒だよ。だからこの壊れやすい今を守るんだ。俺たち二人で。
僕はルタにも傷ついてほしくないよ。
Wow. Yeah, like just like all the other knights and stuff in their kingdom, like they'll try to do anything to protect like not only like the lords, but also like the citizens and people. But I see like it's really taking its toll on them, because you know they're trying to use everything they have to make sure that the place stays safe with the barrier. And I don't know how much longer, like, you know, they can make it hold without, you know, like Clark was saying, without Lothar getting, you know, hurt by doing it for so long, you know. And that's his twin, so that's understandable too. You want to protect everyone else, but you don't want to see, you know, the person that you're very close to, the closest to, since they're twins, you know, be hurt in the process.
双子星の国って聞いてたけど、なんか想像と全然違うな。街中がセンサーや機械だらけで監視されているみたいだ。
この国はもっと幻想的でバラ色雲の景色が綺麗と有名だったんですが、なのに今日はまるで別世界です。鎖国が理由なんでしょうか。
対シーズの結界だけじゃない。物理的にも警備を固めてるね。キキ様の騎士のクラーク・ステラが機械いじりが得意と聞いたけど。
でも俺たちがこの警備をくぐり抜けられたのはウィルメッシュの変装のおかげだったな。
本当に門番の人も気づいてませんでした。
少し調べておいたから。でもここももう少し静かに。妙に人通りが少ないのが気になる。
確かに国の中心部の割に人影がまばらだな。
おやおや坊やたち、もうお家に帰りなさいな。もうすぐ自宅待機の時間じゃよ。
自宅待機？
すみません。
Oh, so they must have implemented a curfew so no one would be out late, just in case something did happen, like no one would get hurt, which is smart. But I don't know if the granny realizes like she probably thinks that they're from there, but they're obviously not. But yeah.
この国に何があったのか教えていただけますか？どうして国を閉ざしているんでしょうか？
どうしてって、ルタール様がそれが一番安全だからと。 先生術で見た変化の兆しから私たちを守るためだと。
みんなそれだけで納得してるのか？
みんなもっとこの王国のために何かしたいさ。だけど詳しいことは教えてもらえなくてね。ただこの国は大丈夫だから任せてと。でもどんどん町も機械ばかりに変わっていってね。
そうですか。情報ありがとうございます。鎖国の理由、国民は知らされていない。
守られて
I mean, I can see why he wouldn't say anything though, because it'll just only further like send them into panic and make them scared if he says like, "Oh yeah, we close the borders because the seas are coming," and then everybody starts panicking like, "Oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do?" It's better to keep everything like at a calm, controlled level and be able to, you know, for them to take care of it versus like everyone just like spiraling out, and then it just causes further issues, and then the citizens are getting hurt because you're trying to figure out what they can do. You know, hey, you want to try to keep the situation under control as best as possible without having to, you know, make it bigger than what it actually is.
ているはずなのに安心できていない感じでしたね。
そりゃただそこにいろって言われてもな。それになんだよ変化の兆しって。シースと関係あるのか？
とにかく鎖国を進めたこの国のフラガリアの騎士と話しに行くべきだ。行こ
う。ものすごい圧を感じます。誰も近寄るなみたいな。
確かこの双子城はキキ様の城をクラークステラが、ララ様の城をルタールステラが守っているはず。
どっか忍び込める場所はないか？
そんな場所。あれ、この辺り床の下から風が吹いてる気がします。なんだろう。
お、ほんとだ。この下に何か空間があるみたいだな。へえ。
クロード君、ちょっと。
あまり無防備に踏んだら危ない。
Not Kuro just falling down there. Oh, my poor boy. He was just having to see, and then boom, all of a sudden he just goes falling. It would be him, wouldn't it?
落とし穴？
うわ、クロードさん、大丈夫ですか？
ああ、ふわふわのマットが引いてあってなんとか。
罠だったんですね。でも優しい罠でよかったです。
でもどうやって上に戻る？小さいトンネル。なあ、ここから城の中に入れるかもしれない。いっそ二手に分かれようぜ。
分かった。じゃあ俺はララ様の城に行くよ。
みんなは何かあった時のための見張りを頼む。
わかりました。お二人とも気をつけてくださいね。
さてと、このトンネルロード用か？通れっかな。
Or it could be another trap, because like, okay, you fall down in there and it was a trap, and then they have a small tunnel. I don't know if that would actually like lead to one of the like to the kingdom or not, because that would kind of defeat the purpose of making a trap, only for you to go through the tunnel in order to get there. Or it actually is the kingdom, and that's where they plan to like have somebody there to be able to stop like whoever's coming through the trap. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that necessarily makes sense, but we're about to see if it actually leads to somewhere.
いってて、なんとか抜けられた。けど結構広そうな城だな。騎士を探すのも大変そうだ。
その必要はないよ。
I knew it. I knew someone was going to be waiting because, like, why would you have a tunnel that leads there and then nobody's there to do anything? Oh, that was smart, Clark. Smart.
侵入者のくせに何を驚いてるの？この国の人じゃないでしょ。何者？
なんでわかるんだよ。
国民のことは分かって当然。僕はこの国のフラガリアの騎士クラークステラだ。
お前が？
答えて。あんたは何者で何をしに来たの？答えないならこの捕獲マシンで拘束する。
俺は黒身王国の騎士見習いクロード。鎖国解除の話をしに来た。
He might as well say Knight of Kuromi because, like, obviously, you know, I officially say he's the Knight of Kuromi. Well, I'm sure he is going to be after all of this.
見習いが？
ああ、物流が止まって俺の国も他の国も困ってるんだ。
この鎖国は僕とルタで決めた。騎士なら自分のロードと王国を守ることが最優先。部外者の話を聞く必要なんてある？
じゃあ聞くが、本当に鎖国がこの国のためになってると思うのか？
当然でしょ。ルタが変化の兆しが急接近していると予言した。変化の時代はいつだって弱気が傷つく残酷な世の中になる。
変化の兆し？なんだそれ、シーズのことか？
予言を解釈するのは簡単じゃない。何がその原因になりうるか、変化の兆しの先にどんな破滅が待つかはわからない。ただその日からルタは予言を成就させないために身を削って結界の力を強めている。なら僕はこの国と大切な人を守るため、変化になりうる侵入者をこの捕獲マシンで捕らえる。
Wait, hold on. He's a good guy. He's there to try to help. This is getting real, what's the word I'm looking for? It's getting real out of hand very quickly. I mean, but I also gotta see, this is the thing, I also have to see both sides of each situation, because, like, yeah, I get, like, you don't want to just let anybody in because they, they could be fooling you and be like, oh yeah, I'm from this kingdom, especially if you've never met the person before and you just let them in and be like, oh great, you're here to help, well come on in. But at the same time, like, what he's saying is, like, is this closing the borders really helping the situation by not being able to, have help to take down the seeds? Because eventually your kingdom is not going to be able to trade anything, or they're going to be, fall into peril if everything is just closed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love this about the series. It makes you think on both sides of the spectrum, not just one side.
かよ、話になんねえな。
クロード君の方、なんだか大きな音がしていたけど、こっちは扉という扉に結界が強く張られていて、解くのに時間がかかるな。急がないと。見張りか。ここは少し隠れよ
う。しかし急に鎖国だなんてどうして？
ルタール様もおこもりになって王国全土の結界を強化し始めて、最近はお姿をとんと見ていない。城内は不安でざわついているよ。
今日もずっと塔の上だけど俺たちには何もできない。
最近はクラーク様も理由も告げずに命令だけ伝えてくるし、本当に深刻な状況なのかもしれない。怖いよ。
騎士たちと国民の心がすれ違い出してる。
Yeah, Especially, I know Lothar's trying to like do his best, but he's also like, like I said, using too much of his energy. He's not. The people aren't seeing him, so they're always obviously gonna wonder like, what's really going on? Like, we don't see our night anymore. Like, we're just told to be like shut in and have the curfew, and they're not really getting a real explanation on what's going on. So of course they're going to be worried, and then it's going to further drive them to be more, scared as things progressively keep going on like that,
急ごう。塔の最上階、ここか。なんだこの部屋は。見たことのないほどの
Obviously that must be where Lothar is.
強力な魔力がみなぎっている。
クラじゃないね。誰？
この国全体を覆っているこの常軌を逸した強さの結界の魔力は全て彼一人から溢れ出しているのか。信じがたいが。突然失礼しました。あなたにお話があって参りました。
君はこの国のものじゃないね。俺には時間がない。何者かわからないような人と簡単にお話はできないよ。
君のようなレベルの騎士には回りくどい話をしても意味がなさそうだね。俺はウィルメッシュ、黒身王国から来た騎士だ。単刀直入に言おう。鎖国の解除を提案しに来た。
黒身王国から？随分と急だね。これも星の揺らぎゆえかな。いいよ、黒身王国の騎士の方。
Okay, I feel like Lothar is a little bit more open-minded when it comes to, yeah, of course he doesn't trust Whelmish, obviously, because doesn't know who he is really, except for he just said he was Kuromi's Snape, and now he's willing to talk. But I feel like Clark, he's not really having it. I mean, I feel like out of the twins, he's more dominant and more of that protective and strong energy, as far as Lothar is more like he's more reserved. He's close up but more reserved at the same time, but he's willing to hear others out. And I think that's why Clark is such a protector, especially when it comes to Lothar, and trying to make sure that he's okay and that he's good, because so to me, in my mind, I think Clark's the older one out of the twins, because he's just naturally giving that protective energy, and Lothar the one that loves, likes to help and likes to be able to sacrifice himself if he had to. So yeah, let's see how this talk is gonna go between Whelmish and Lothar.
お話をしよう。
Meanwhile, Clark got my boy Kuro in a dungeon? What? Okay, I get that you don't trust him, but you ain't gonna do all that.
この檻から出せよ。侵入者に出せと言われて出すわけないでしょ。
なんだよ、そんなにカゴの中の鳥が好きか。
I always said you like keeping people in cages like a bird. I feel you. He does not have to do all that, Clark. Come on now. Come on, y'all can just talk it out. Like, I understand, like, yeah, just going to the room, talking it out. And if you feel like, he was such a bad person, then you can do whatever. But at least hear my boy out.
鳥ならそこでピーチクパーチク好きにわめけばいいよ。
俺のことじゃねえ。お前らとお前らがこの国にしてることだ。そうやって閉じこもってるだけじゃか弱くなってく一方だからな。
だったらなおのこと僕がもっと強くみんなを守ればいい。大切な人たちを弱き者を守ることは騎士の務めでしょ。
随分と独りよがり、いや二人よがりだな。国民を勝手に弱っちいと思ってみんな窮屈そうだったぞ、お前らの監視のせいで。
Oh, dang. Kuro really said that. He really said that. He said you writing the people off as weak and putting them under surveillance. Do you, like, basically, do you think that is helping? Like, you should want your people to be, basically he's saying you should want your people to be strong, and and also have them be more as a helping force, and not you just trying to say like, oh, well, we just need to protect them because they're too weak, they're not going to be able to do anything. How do you know? Like, that's it, as a kingdom, everyone should be willing to help out each other, especially in times like this when the seeds are coming and things are like difficult. You'd want everybody to band together versus like trying to like handle everything all on your own.
それにお前らが思っている以上にこの国の奴らはお前たちの力になりたがってたぜ。みんなの言葉を聞いてるのか。お前とお前の兄貴はなんでそんなに堅くななんだよ。二人して理由も伝えずこの国を機械で囲って。
違う、機械で国を監視しているのは僕の独断だ。これ以上体の弱いルタに。
Dang, he even just called his brother frail. Okay, the man is trying to use and harness like most of his energy to keep the place safe. I don't really think necessarily that is being frail. Like after using so much energy to keep the barrier up, it comes to a point after doing it for so long, of course you're going to start feeling weak. But that takes a lot of power and energy and strength to even do that. So I kind of feel like that's kind of wrong for him to say that his brother is frail. I understand that he's trying to protect everyone and stuff like that, but you don't have to write everyone off as thinking that they're too weak.
無理をさせたくないから。
実は今立ち話も辛いんだ。こちらに座って話をしようか。
ああ。君はとてつもない騎士だ。こんな魔力見たことがない。でもなぜこんな大げさなまでに強大な結界を張っているの？
大げさなんかじゃない。自分のロード、キキ様とナラ様を守るためにこの身を捧げること。それは騎士の最高の美徳だと俺は思うけどな。
それでもこんな身を削るような大きな結界は。
See, like I was just saying a little bit ago, like he's the type of person that he would sacrifice himself for like the greater good and making sure that everyone else is good, all while his twin Clark is trying to do everything he can to protect his brother, because obviously that's his twin, he cares about him most, as well as the people. Like he would just rather feel like he can take on everything. At the same token, love to think he can take on everything, even if he falls weak or passes out or whatever happens to him, as long as he's fulfilling his duty. Wow, I mean it's a lot, but I understand what they're thinking, but you also have to have that other perspective come in to say like, hey, I understand what you're trying to do, but at the same time you should think about it in a more considerable way.
主君、 君は何かが変わることの怖さを知っている。星の軌道が変わるとき、いくつかの予測される未来がある。その未来が見える分にはいい。だけど、どうなるかわからない変化は恐ろしい。だって、そこには破滅という未来すらたやすく存在してしまう。
破滅。君にはそこまで。
これは星の導きの一つの解釈でしかない。確実なのは大きな変化が訪れるという未来だけさ。でも変化の時代に傷つくのはいつだって優しくて柔らかくて壊れやすい者たちだ。それを大切に秘めて守ることのどこがいけないの？
俺個人は
Yes and no at the same time. It's good to hold the people you care about close and to make sure nothing happens, but at the same time, you have to be willing to let them, you know, do what they can as well. You know, because at the same token, they're on their side, they care the same way, and they want to make sure that you're good, and they would want to put themselves, you know, in the fire versus, you know, seeing the person that they care about in that situation. So it's both sides, just like the citizens. They don't want to see, just like the guards were saying, they don't want to see Lothar, like, you know, keep yourself locked up, not knowing what's going on, and just, like, you know, let himself, you know, just disappear, basically, versus, you know, them actually knowing what's going on and be like, okay, we can help you do this. If we do it all together, then, hey, wouldn't it be a little bit easier? And at the same token, hey, if something happens, we all go down together, basically.
その考えに賛同する。
君は俺に似ているね。ならこれまでの経験で知っているはず。柔らかく脆い部分をむやみにさらけ出せば現実を知って変化に傷つく。俺の騎士道はこの美しい国の平和を守るゆえの普遍。この思いは長きが経とうとも変わらない愛だ。だから俺たちは鎖国を選択した。
だけど君は鎖国という変化を選んでいる。
うまいことを言うね。でも予言を避けるためには仕方ない。
じゃあ君が予言を避けようとするばかりにかえって別のものに変化をもたらして、それがシーズの危険性を高めてしまっていたらどう？
Wow, Womash is making an awfully good point, and that's really something to think about. While you're trying so hard to prevent what might happen and try to create a change, it still could occur anyway. Like it still could manifest something even, you know, worser still. And what can you do about it?
一体どういう？
君は最近街に出ている？君の言う美しい国はもうすっかり監視カメラと警備ロボだらけの冷たい国に変わってしまっているよ。
どうして？まさかクラが俺に黙って。
Oh my. See, like Clark's trying to like shield his brother away. Oh, why Lothar is trying to shield everyone else away. Like, no one knows what's really going on on the outside, which makes things a lot more worser than trying to shut everything in. But let's see what can be solved in the next part.
Ruta, 最高の魔法の使い手だ。
だろうな。こんな巨大な結界を張るのは俺の知ってる最強の騎士でも無理だ。
けどルタの体は弱い。本当はこんな強い魔力に耐えられる体じゃないんだ。普段でさえ長い眠りにつかないと元気でいられないのに、最近は眠りもせず魔力を放出し続けている。正直ルタの体はもう。
My question is like, okay, is Lotta the only one that has like magic power ability like that to be able to hold a barrier, and Clark doesn't? I mean, me thinking since they're twins, like why doesn't Clark have that same ability, and like they can't use it together so they can like harness energy between each other to keep one from getting too weak than the other, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel like they should be able to put their magic or skill together in order to help, you know, keep each other afloat and to work things out. Especially being twins, you would assume that, you know, they would go hand in hand and do something together, but sometimes it's, as we can see, that's not always the case.
限界を超えている。
それで機械いじりが得意なお前が科学の力で国を守って兄貴の負担を減らそうとしているのか。
僕だってこの美しい国をこんな姿にはしたくないよ。だけど僕とルタはキキ様とララ様に拾われた日から片時も離れずずっと一緒に生きてきた。ルタは僕にとってロードと同じように大切な存在だ。
兄弟で仲良しなのはめでてえ話だけどよ。ただこんな守り方をする前にやるべきことは
like working together instead of apart, or including the people, maybe just maybe.
本当にないのか。
何を知った風に騎士見習いのくせに。
Excuse me, Clark. Don't throw that Squire comment at him. Like he's trying to get you to think from a different perspective. That might be helpful. That's pretty knightly instead of Squire. Like, come on, you got to give him a little bit of praise for that to make you think a little bit, just a little bit differently, and see if it makes a difference in helping not only your brother but also helping the kingdom as a whole. I don't know. Sometimes they be having me feel some type of way when they be saying these comments, especially towards the ones that I really like. I'm just saying, it's not cool.
人は自分の意志で何もできない己の無力さにだって傷つくんだ。国民も何よりルタールもなんじゃないのか。ちょっと過保護すぎないか。お前らは本当に信じ合えているのか。
Yes, I think so. They're being a lot overprotective. Like, exactly. Do y'all as twins really trust each other? If y'all are keeping stuff from each other and trying to burden everything all alone, then working together, since you guys are supposed to be so inseparable and have each other's back, you really need to have each other's back and doing it together versus one's doing this thing and the other one's doing this thing, and neither of y'all know what's actually like how the people feel, how the kingdom is like falling further.
兄弟だからって相手と自分の心が通じ合っていると思うのは幻想だぞ。
とにかくここでおとなしくしててよ。あんたなんかに喋りすぎた。まったくルタのところにあんたが行かなくてよかった。 待って、騎士見習いって、もしかしてちゃんとした騎士がまだいる？
ああ、気づいちまったか。
やられた。踊りのための
Notice now. You sitting here doing all that bickering.
見習いだなんて。
いや、俺が見習いなのはそういうわけじゃねえけど。
ルタのところへ行かないと。
Oh, he's good. He's good. He's not having the same scrawling issues as what you're doing right now. He's talking calmly over there and maybe about to figure out a different solution.
なんてことだ。クラがそんなことを。でも結界や警備を強めているのにシーズの危険性が高まるとはどういうこと？
こういう時シーズは呼び寄せられるから。
Yep, exactly.
シーズの出現理由はまだ解明されてないはず。なぜ君にそんなことがわかるの？
シナモロール王国と同盟を結んだ国はシーズの出現が消える。多分同盟の中心人物の騎士はこの法則に気づいている。
君は何者？
もし鎖国をやめるならこの因果を君にだけ教えよう。知れば君が未来に向けてどうすればいいのかわかるはず。
まさか。
I think he should really try to take this as an opportunity to create a better change and not let the seeds overtake from a situation like this and make it a lot worse than what it could be.
本当にシーズがそんなあれほどの強い結界を張ったのに。
残りは向かいながら話そう。まずは騎士の仕事をしないと。
そうだね。
Working together, might I add.
クラーク様、大変です。どうしたの？シーズが国内に出現したんです。それも大量に国中に現れたんです。
Feeding off this bad energy.
どうして僕たちの魔法と科学の力で守っていたのに。
おい、この檻から出せ。シーズが出たなら行かないと。
でも他国の騎士を信用するなんて。
Now is not the time for that, Clark. Just let Kurod out. He can help. You'll probably be more thankful if you do than if you just keep him locked up in there. Please, just have a little bit of trust, a little bit of faith.
だけど確かに弱っているルタは戦わせられない。ルタの結界が弱まればシーズがもっと出現する可能性もある。
今くらい少しは信用しろ。見習いでも俺は騎士だ。お前守りたいものがあるんだろ。ならああだこうだ心配ばっかしてねえで今やれること。
Tell him, Kurod. Tell him. He needs to wake up. Because he definitely can't do it all on his own. I'm just saying.
お前の頭で考えろ。
守りたいなら。ああもう不服だけど一緒に来て。怪しい動きをしたらあんたも容赦しないから。
それが協力を求めるやつの態度かよ。
Oh, look at Miana. He out here trying to be helpful and is out here zapping and trying to get these seeds. I see you. Like, they thought he was just like low level and was just, you know, not capable. He has really grown since, you know, working with Kurod and just, you know, I see like his strength is just evolving.
よし、まだ出てきます。どうしよう、小さなシーズだけど数が多い。
おーい見た。
クローダさん、あ、そちらの方はクラークさん。
一人で浄化してたのか。頑張ったな。
それで状況はどう？
はい、国民の方は皆さん避難しています。でも見ての通りシーズの数が多くてなかなか浄化しきれなくて。
クラ
ルタ、どうして城から出てきたの？
ウィルメッシュも来てくれたのか。
これはとても危険な事態だね。
What did you say? With that many seeds? Oh yeah, it's definitely trouble. And hopefully with everyone's help, they can take them out faster.
俺がこもっている間に町はこんな姿になっていたんだね。
ルタは悪くない。僕が心配でみんなとルタのためにって勝手にやったことなんだ。だけどかえって国のみんなを不安にさせただけだった。どうすれば。
シーズがこんなに、なんてことじゃ。どうして。
鎖国はこうなることを予測していたからだったのか。怖い怖い、どうなっちゃうんだろう。どうしたらいいんだろう。自分たちが何もできないことが怖い。
And see, they ended up knowing anyway, or figuring it out anyway. And yeah, now they're scared and more panicked, because I feel like they would have been more stronger and more more willing to band together and fight if they knew from the get-go like what was going on and what potentially might happen. They'd have been more prepared and would have thought of something that they could do to help. But now, since it's gotten out of hand and there's just too much going on, it's just become too chaotic.
どう？
ああ、分かってる。俺たちが良かれと思って何も告げずこの国を守ろうとしたことで町を変えてしまった。それがこれだけの数のシーズを呼び寄せたんだね。
おいおい、なんだよ。くそ、ますますシーズが増えていく。
すごい数です。
俺は取り返しのつかないことを。
ルタは何か原因に気づいたんだね。だったら僕はルタを信じる。
クラ。
思えば僕は心配するばかりで国民のこともルタのことも信じられていなかったんだと思う。でも本当に寄り添うということは支え合うということは相手を信じて。
Finally, he's thinking more in a rational way instead of thinking out of fear. And sometimes when you think out of fear, you over rationalize everything and you let it get the better of you, thinking that it's better to take on everything versus, you know, sharing that burden, sharing that pain and sorrow. Like he said, no matter what happens, at least they're doing it together.
苦しいことや悲しいことも少しずつ分けて頼り合うことだったんだ。なら僕はまたやり直したい。ルタとこの国のみんなと一緒に。
はあ、信じ合おう。クラ。星の導きはまだ何の答えも出していないもの。
Oh, that was such a cute scene. Like, just their emotion and them, you know, realizing each other's point and them now. I feel like this is them strengthening each other, you know, by putting that trust in each other and in the people of their kingdom.
でもこの状況は
俺に考えがある。
ウィルメッシュ、考えってなんだ？
俺、クロード君、ミュンナ君、クラーク君の4人が囮になって中央にシーズを集める。そうしたらルタール君は結界を解いて、解いた分の魔力でもう一度俺たちが中央に集めたシーズを取り囲む結界を張って、そうすれば一箇所に結界を集中できて、さらに俺たちも内側からシーズを挟むようにして浄化できる。
もう一度結界を張り直すなんて、いくらなんでも魔力を使いすぎだ。
That's a very good idea though, but can't they use their magic together? Is that not viable? Is that not, can they not do that? I think they should be able to, right?
そんなことをしたらルタの体が。
危険なのはみんな一緒。俺たちはこの国の騎士だ。俺を信じてクラ。
ルタ、分かった、信じ合おう。
怖いけど大丈夫です。頑張ります。
決まりだな。行くぞ。
星々のきらめきが織りなす光芒を放つ衣よ。我らの思いに寄り添い、星空の美しい光がこの地を包みますよ。
ルタ、中央にシーズを集めたよ。
今こそ星々よ、願いに応えよ。その輝きのベールで麗しきこの地を守りたまえ。
これでシーズがギュッと一箇所に集まりました。
行くぞ。全部のシーズを浄化するんだ。
いや、待って。
おい、シーズの様子がおかしいぞ。
シーズ同士が重なって一つの場所で溶け合い出してる。
そんな、シーズが
Oh, so they're drawing all the energy from one seed and making a huge big seed. Yikes.
合体していってる。どんどん大きくなってます。
このままじゃ巨大化して結界を突き破ってしまう。そんな。
Uh-oh. I think Luther is about to pass out. He's done for. He's used way too much magic.
ルタ！
そんな、ルタールさんの結界が破れちゃうなんて。
おい、こんなでかいやつが街の中に出たら危険だぞ。どうするウィルメッシュ。
ごめん、みんな。
大丈夫だよ。
誰だ。シーズの上空に誰か浮いてるぞ。
あれは
Of course, there would in come another night to help save the day.
シエロモート。
この絶望を僕が晴らしてあげる。さあ、青空にお帰り。
Wow. Sailor Moon is really like that. He's him, for real. Like, all it took is for him to just to shine that light down from above. And that scene was gone. He's pretty strong.
シーズが一瞬で浄化された。
これがシエロモートの実力。
いや、よかった。みんな怪我はない？
シエロモートさん、どうしてここに？
青の大陸の情報は全て集まってくるからね。鎖国の話を聞いて何事かと思って来てみたんだ。そしたらこんなことになっているんだもの。驚いたよ。
まさか君に助けられるとは。
ううん、騎士として当然のことをしただけさ。
僕たちはあの話を拒絶したのに。
今は関係ないよ。僕はただみんな仲良く平和に暮らせればいいんだもの。
That's the spirit. I really like Sillamore. I like the way he thinks and his personality. He's not arrogant. He wants to be helpful without, being like, oh, I did all the work, hey, like put it in everybody's face. Even when they said before that they refused his help, he still wants to be helpful to whoever needs the help in their kingdom and stuff like that. And to, like he said, to create that peace and harmony that they really all should have. No one should feel like, oh, that they can do everything by themselves. Oh, we don't need your help, and stuff like that. Because ultimately, isn't that the whole point anyway? It's to be able for each kingdom to be able to work together, no matter who their lord is, no matter where their kingdom is. And none of that should matter.
僕たち騎士はいつも信じ合っている。そうでしょ？
Yeah.
君のおかげで無事にこの国を守れた。
ルタ！
大丈夫？魔力の使いすぎだ。
ああ、疲れただけだから少し眠れば治るよ。それよりもクラ、鎖国のこともう一度話そう。
ルタ。
俺たちはお互い何も分かっていなかった。でもこれからの未来の最善を選びたい気持ちは一緒でしょ？
ああ、そうだね。もう一度話し合おう、ルタ。
They definitely need to do that. And Lothan looks like he needs to get rest for like a week or so. And then he'd probably be good. Because, yeah. Whew. All that was a lot. Even for me. Like, hopefully they can come to a better understanding or resolution for their kingdom and be more strategic.
本当に鎖国を取りやめてくれるのか？
ああ、今度こそ二人でそう決めた。
今回のことでシーズの恐ろしさがよく分かった。あんな恐怖はどこの国の人たちも味わうべきじゃない。だからここに鎖国の解除を宣言するよ。
じゃあベーキングパウダーも元の通りに届くようになるんですね。安心してふわふわ小麦料理が作れるんだ。
Yay, hail to the fluffy and puffy pastries that can now be made, and Kuromi's pickles can now be acquired.
らっきょうもだな。これで黒みの機嫌が良くなる。
僕のインクも届くようになるね。よかった。
それとシエロモート。
ん？何？
Thank you.
これからルタはもう結界は張らない。これ以上過剰な魔力を消費するのはルタが危険だ。
だがキキ様とララ様の美しい王国の風景が監視に覆われるのも望まない。だからリトルツインスターズ王国は
シナモロール王国からの同盟の提案、
慎んで受け入れよう。
Well, isn't that wonderful? I'm glad they came to that decision, and I feel like that will be a much better solution for them.
本当にいいの？嬉しいな。
じゃあコギミン王国と同じで同盟国になるんですね。そうすればシーズも出てこなくなりますからね。
おい、お前のところのロードはそれでいいのか？
もともとキキ様もララ様も国が平和だったらそれでいいんだ。二人には俺たちが同盟を拒否するように提案したけど全部間違ってた。
あの時シエラモートが来なかったらどうなっていたか。
でも国民が傷一つ負ってないのは君たちのおかげだね。
そうです。二人
See, I love how Sailor he even appraises, them, like, for finally realizing what was really going on and how what they were doing was kind of hindering, the kingdom and the people more than, necessarily helping. And I like that he's that type of supportive person that he tries to, uplift other people.
二人が自宅待機を命じて国民を守ったから誰もシーズの被害に遭わないで済んだんです。
そうだな。全部が間違っていたわけじゃない。
みんなありがとう。
それに僕、さっき3つの国が協力している光景を見て手を取り合うのは本当に素晴らしいことだと感動したんだ。だからこれからは僕も一緒に仲良くしてね。よろしくね、クラーク、ルタール。
うん。あ
あ。じゃあ早速同盟を締結しよう。僕もあまり遅くなるとお城の人やロードが心配するからね。
向こうの部屋に調印の準備を整えた。
ありがとう。それが終わったら帰るよ。
クロードくんたちは別の部屋で待ってて。終わったらお詫びにパンケーキを焼くから。
なあ、それってロードへの土産とかにできるか？
クロード、あんた少しずうずうしいな。いいけど別に。
やった。
Hey, he said, I've come all the way here. I might as well take something back with me, especially after all that Clark put Koro through. Come on, that should be at the very least.
自分たちだけが食って帰ったら黒身のやつ絶対にすねるんだよな。
ねえ、噂の騎士見習い黒身王国のクロードって君？
噂の？まあ俺がクロードだけど。
あれでなんだか警戒されているのかな？
ああ、いや、あんたはほとんど表に出ないことで有名な人だからまさかこんな風に会えると思ってなくて。
同盟が多いとたくさんの仕事があってね。僕も忙しくてなかなか執務室から出られないだけさ。でも人と会う時間は別。君とも会えて僕すごく嬉しいよ。
俺と？
でも今日は時間がないから今度会う時はもっとお話しして仲良くなろうね。じゃあまた。
おう、また。
That was a little bit of an awkward meeting. Like, he thought he would be able to meet Celamort like more officially than he did, but things don't always happen that way. Things sometimes are like very spontaneous.
あれがこの大陸の最強の騎士か。なんか思っていたのと違ったな。でも本当に強かった。
本当にあんな大きなシーズを空から浄化するなんて強くてでも優しい。
そうだね。
なんだか正直悔しいくらいだ。
ミュンナもいつかあんな騎士になれるかな。
そのためにはミュンナはもう少し食べて大きくなった方がいいかもな。
じゃあ早速
That was funny. I feel like they all have their purpose in their own night abilities, as I always say. I don't feel like they necessarily have to be like any other knight except for themselves.
パンケーキをいただきます。
ああ、腹減ったな。
はい、じゃあお部屋で待ってましょう。
ああ、
いっぱい食べて強くなりますよ。今日は2枚も食べちゃいます。
ミュンナそんなに食べるだっけ？
これでリトルツインスターズ王国も同盟国。そろそろ俺の今回の仕事も。
何ぼーっとしてんだよ、ウィルメッシュ。
I forgot, yeah, that Wilmish was, you know, had some things going on behind the scenes. But I'm like really curious, like what is his deal? Like what is he trying to protect? Because like yeah, he seems to be very helpful and he wants to have this big alliance, but like who's it for? What is it for? Like those are like questions that are popping in my head.
行かないのか？
あ、いや、なんでもない。
ああ、そうだ。ウィルメッシュ、俺ずっと考えてたんだ。黒身王国でさ、希望するやつには騎士の稽古をつけようと思う。
え？どうして？
俺もまだ弱いんだけど、教えられることはきっとある。それにみんな守られるだけじゃなく、誰かを守りたい気持ちもあるんだなって。それにさ、俺には指をくわえて見てるだけのやつの気持ちが痛いほどわかる。誰かの力になりたい、その力を得たいって気持ちはもうすでに騎士がいるからって止める権利はない。そう思うんだ。
わかった。
Sorry guys, my head is really itchy. But yeah, Wilmish was a little bit, I feel like, taken aback when Kuro said that. Like, he sees the point, but at the same time, he's like, I don't know about that. Like, this is kind of interfering maybe a little bit with my, what I'm trying to, like, do here. But he, of course, he's not gonna, like, say anything about it right now. But I also think Kurot has a point, like, yeah, the people don't want to always have to sit back and wait for somebody else to, like, you know, to rescue them when they're in a certain situation. They should be able to have some basic ability to be able to protect themselves when they need to.
君の意見を尊重する。
なんだよ、思ったよりあっさり納得したな。もっと反対するかと思った。
クロード君の表情があまりに真剣だから。それに俺が反対しても君はやるでしょ。
そうかもな。
クロードさん、ウィルメッシュさん、何してるんですか？
ああ、今行くよ。
それにこれから訪れる不安にその稽古でつけた力がきっと必要になってしまうから。
He's hinting at like he knows like what's gonna be happening or what is to happen. Like, gosh, I just want to know. Wilmish, don't hold it in. Say it out loud.
以上をもって同盟の締結に互いに同意する。よかった。これでまた一つ同盟国が増えた。青の大陸はあともう少しでみんな仲良くなれる。楽しみだな。それで 黒身王国はどこにあったっけ？ここだ。クロードくん、聞いていた以上にロード思いのいいフラガリアの騎士だった。ぜひクロードくんとも友達になりたいな。
I think they can be really good friends. Like, you know, Crow is just someone of chivalry. Like, you know, he likes to be helpful, and I feel like, you know, they won't class as much as some of the other ones. You know, I feel like they're more down to earth.
笑顔でみんな仲良くにはまだ少し大変な世界だけど、ちょっとくらい曇った日があっても大丈夫。その方が空の青さに気づけるから。来たるべきその日に、クロードくん、君はどんな顔で空を見上げるのかな。でもいいよね、またって言葉。みんなまたこの空の下で会おうね。
Oh wow, I love his saying at the end, just singing everyone under the same sky, and just he's very, very just so, like, I don't even know how to put it into words. He's very like down to earth, very like just friendly and kind and good hearted. Gosh, I really like Selimor. I think he's like up there for me as the ones that I really like. Every time I watch these, I don't know, I see their personality more, so I can appreciate like little things like this, especially ones that aren't snooty, like Mara. Anyways, so that was a very good episode. Like I was saying before, just seeing the different sides and how everyone tries to deal with certain things is very telling of their character, and also it shows you how things can work on both sides. Like, it can be a good outcome or a bad outcome, how someone does this, how someone does that. Like, it's all like a learning experience for all of them, especially when it comes with trust, working together, deciding on what they should do to help not only the people, but to be that particular knight that they have set in their mind that they should be. You know, all of that plays a factor into everything that they do. And like, you can really see like how just because you have one perspective doesn't mean that another perspective can't work as well, or it working together and becoming a more cohesive group by working together. It's not I don't feel like it's shameful that you're asking for help or working together. It just means that you become a more stronger unit, and you can protect everyone, not only in your kingdom but other kingdoms, and for, you know, to have that friendly interaction with other kingdoms if you guys get along. So yeah, that's my takeaway from it. I'm curious to, like I said, to see what Wilmish has going on, and like, you know, what's really going up in his head. Like, what does he know? Like I said, who is he trying to protect? Because obviously from before he said he has someone that he's trying to protect, which is why he does the things that he does. And then like him trying to make sure that these alliances are created in order for, like, you know, to take on what's to come. We shall find out nonetheless. I'm looking forward to seeing the Black Bouquet group again. Like I said, my crazy rowdy over the top group, and that's gonna be a funny one, I already know. But I thank you guys for watching this video with me, and please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, my sunshines. And if, like I said, if there's anything you want to see in particular, make sure you send me a comment. Say hi. Hi, everyone. I'm very friendly, as I always say. Don't be shy. I'm naturally a shy person, but hey, look at me. So I hope all my sunshines have a good morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Raeofsunshyne out. Bye. Love you guys.
Shine on me.